the object's like just some random thing, like government stupid kid, you know, if it's like a water bottle or something, I don't know.
Anywhere in this row else. Want to get some more chairs, guys?
Yeah.
Just,
Okay, I can check it back to see what I have.
Let's see. The last one I took.
Nope. That one's great. That one's fine.
That is specifically why I went to the Nope, I'm just thinking that.
Oh, I understand that.
Well, that would be interesting to watch you.
really slow. Oh, people.
Hello.
Hello. Can you go get those lights for me? Philip, you can go ahead and head backstage now. Get yourself centered before you go. Yes, because otherwise you're not gonna have time. Yeah, smart. No, you'll wait, and then when she comes out, then you'll go, Charlie. Okay. All right. Let me know when we're all good up here. We are. Okay, let's give a round of applause for our tech back there. Very excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for coming to the Deering Acting Studio Adult Script Showcase. We are specifically working on dramatic film acting, and that's what we've been doing the last 3 months. Okay, so we're going to have 2 sections going up today, minus 1 different change. Philip, our first performer, is going to work on commercial, which actually happens to be what we're doing next. So that's what he wanted to work in showcase today, so we're going to allow him to do that. But what you see him do is actually what we're going to be doing the next 3 months and focusing on. We're going to be working on audition technique and commercials. So if you don't have an agency, that's going to be a huge one for you to just start working through some stuff, because you have to know commercials to be able to do that. And then if you do, it's important to keep refining that skill. So for all of our actors, that's where we're heading next. Today's performances will all be on monologue and then scenes, all dramatic. Okay, we're a showcase, which is much different than a show. It's going to feel like a show a little bit, but it's really a timestamp. So we're about growth here. So the actors can use this timestamp to then look back at their showcase from 3 months ago and 6 months ago and keep seeing how they progressed with pressure. You guys are what we call their false pressure, because we're obviously totally supportive of whoever's on stage. So their audience they have here today is all here to love them and support them, but it still can be intimidating versus your regular class. So that's what today's all about. So our job is just to love on them completely. So let me see how loud you guys can applaud for me. So as we're going throughout, I'll help with setup, and then I'll announce the scene, and I would love for that level of energy every time I announce someone's name. That's how you can really help us and support everyone up here today. So thank you all for being here. We are going to get started. I'll bring out our first actor, and then I will announce them, and we can give them a round of applause, so you can wait until they come out to get the applause after I announce them. Okay? So Philip, you can come on out. Go ahead and find your place. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. This is Philip performing a Capital One commercial. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Capital One's top-rated mobile app lets you check your statements, deposit checks, and pay your bills on the go. And with 24/7 monitoring, your accounts are secured. So you can check your accounts from pretty much anywhere you want. Follow us online or stop by one of our branches to learn more. Capital One is the official bank and credit card of the Washington Capitals.
See? Yep, go ahead. You can go on that way. Let's go back a little. Look right on that marker for me. Look right in the camera so he can get you great focus. Okay. I'm going to announce you. Take your time. Next up, we've got Cassie performing a monologue, How I Met Your Mother. Let's get a round of applause.
You don't get it. My dad was a hero. And he was my teacher. And he was my best friend. He always came through for me. And now he's just gone. And what am I left with? Thanks a lot, God. Thank you. You took my father, the greatest man that I've ever known, and you ripped him off this earth way too young. And he'll never get to meet our kids, Landon. But we get this voicemail. Thank you so much for the voicemail. It's a great comfort. 'Cause whenever I'm starting to feel lonely or sad, or you know what? Maybe even a little bit cheated. At least I've got the sound of his pocket to console me. How is this fair? Like an entire human life, and it just ends? For no reason? And what am I left with? Scene.
Hey, Brian?
Yeah.
Should we be slating?
That's why I'm kind of announcing you, you know. Come on out, Charlie. You need a chair or are you? Okay. So you're gonna be right here on the screen. Looking directly into Rich's camera here.
Sorry, the lights.
Okay. Take your time to adjust. When you're ready, just by saying ready and then I'll announce you.
Ready.
Next up, we've got Charlie performing a monologue, Skyfall.
Hello, James. You like the island? You know, my grandmother had an island. Nothing to boast about. Something you could go, you know, walk around in a little over an hour. But, well, to us it was a paradise. One summer, we went to visit, and we found the place infested with rats. How do you get rid of rats? Well, my grandmother showed me. First, we buried an oil drum in the sand, and we hinged the lid. Then we wired coconut to it, and one by one, the rats would fall in, until after, well, about a month, you have trapped all the rats on the island. And what do you do with that? What do you do with it? Throw it in the ocean? Burn it? No. You leave it there, and they begin to get hungry. And soon, they begin to eat each other, until eventually, you have only two left. What do you do with it? Do you kill them? No. You release them back into the trees, except they don't eat coconut anymore. They eat rat. Two survivors. That is what she made us. See?
Singing. You should be a nice class. As much as you can. Yep. Next up, we've got Rakia performing Suffering.
Hey. Look. I know you may feel like you're alone right now, but you're not. But you never are. Even now, he's taking you by your hand and he's guiding you in a way that you can't see. And if you're unhappy, you shouldn't take it as a mark of God trying to punish you, but just the opposite. It may even be the very sign that he actually loves you. See, God doesn't show his love by helping you avoid suffering. He shows it by sending you suffering, keeping you there. Because to suffer, it binds you to something that's higher than yourself, higher than your own will. It takes you from this world and it shows you what truly lies beyond it. We're not only supposed to endure and survive the pains that he sends us, we're supposed to receive them as gifts. Gifts that are far more precious than the very happiness that we send for ourselves. I want you to remember that. See you tomorrow.
Sing. Next up, we have Eder performing This Is Time. Let's get a round of applause.
This is the time to screw up. Date all the wrong people. Learn by doing. This is the time to see what you really got. See if you can hack it. To search your new city, your new feelings, to be honest. Because for this brilliant little window, the world is daring you to do something big, expecting you to fail and try, and scream, and cry, to be brave and foolish, searching and strong. For these few years, you are free and forgiven. Let loose to create and shatter, get stronger, get smarter, sharpen your blades, and pick up some scars. It's on you, right now, to find what's new and next, to find your match, to find yourself. 60 years from now, when the scars have become lessons and the risks have become rewards, these are the images that will surface. These are the years you remember. This is the time. Thank you.
Oh, the diction was on point. Okay, next up we've got Isaiah performing a monologue from The Notebook.
That's right. We don't cut each other any slack, remember? If I'm being a jerk or arrogant son of a bitch, you tell me. And if you're being a pain in the ass, which you are 99% of the time, I've got no problem telling you or hurting your feelings, which have about a 2-second rebound rate before you're off doing the next pain in the ass thing. So no, it's not going to be easy. But I want you. Not for today, for tomorrow, but for forever. Every day, you and me. Think about your life 20 or 50 years from now. Where do you want to be? If it's with that guy, go. I've lost you once. I can lose you again. Just don't take the easy way out. Just answer one question for me. Forget about me and your parents and your fiance for a minute. Forget about what you should do. What about you? What do you want? See?
Yeah. Table two or just chair?
Just a check.
You gonna start in it?
Yeah, I'm gonna start it. Is there
And you're gonna get up, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. So just be ready to follow him. So you can start by get yourself in the setting and then be ready to follow him up. Same thing, Jenny, okay? Take the time to get in it. When you're feeling really good, let me know, and then I'll announce you. Next up, we've got Remington performing The Glass Menagerie.
What do you think I'm at? Aren't I supposed to have any patience to get to the end of, mother? You think I'm crazy about the warehouse? You think I'm in love with the Continental Shoemakers? You think I want to spend 55 years down there in that Celotex interior with fluorescent tubes? Look, I'd rather somebody picked up a crowbar and battered out my brains than go back mornings. But I go. For $65 a month, I give up all I ever dreamed of doing and being ever. And you say self. Self is all I ever think of. Why, listen. If self were what I thought of, Mother, I'd be where he is. Gone! I'm going to the movies. I'm going to opium dens. Yes, opium dens, Mother. I've joined the Hogan gang. I'm a hired assassin. I carry a Tommy gun in a violin case. I run a string of cat houses in the valley. They call me Killer. Killer Wingfield. I'm living a double life. A simple, honest warehouse worker by day. By night, a dynamic czar of the underworld. Mother. On occasion, they call me El Diablo. Oh, I can tell you many things to make you sleepless. My enemies plan to dynamite this place. They're gonna blow us all sky high some night. And I'll be glad, very happy, and so will you. You'll go up, up on a broomstick over Blue Mountain with 17 gentlemen callers. You old, babbling witch! See.
Great progress, brothers. Come on, yeah, Richard.
You can do it.
You can do it. So connect to the camera. Take your time. When you feel ready, give me the ready, and then we'll get announced, okay?
Okay. I'm ready.
Next up, we've got Richard performing a monologue, Face It. Let's give him a round of applause.
You have an opportunity to be something, and you're always drinking and drugs. When are you gonna wake up? You may never wake up, Leo. You may not dead. Is that what you want? You shout at me and say you don't care, but I know you do. I know you care. What are you running from, man? Why can't you pull yourself together and snap out as mad as you put yourself in? I'll go with you. I'll take you to rehab. I'll drive you there myself. I'll pay for you. Whatever it takes to get you help. Please don't up like the others. Don't be another town down, gall down in flames. Don't be another glitch. It's so old and you are too great to go down like that.
Open the applause. You gonna stay sitting the whole time?
Yes, I see that.
Perfect. Take your time to connect. When you're ready, let me know. Maybe push the chair back a teeny bit. Yeah. Make sure when we're up, eyes are up towards camera, okay? Take your time. You just tell me ready and then we'll announce you. Next, we got Paul performing Beyond Borders.
You know, when I was a doctor in London,
one ever said Menagerie. They don't thank you like they thank you here. Because here they feel everything. Straight from God. There's no drugs, no painkillers. When you see that kind of courage in a child, how could you ever want to do anything but just hold her in your arms? You remember that boy in London? Jojo. He was my first save. 10 years old. So then he could barely stand. But he still found the strength to bury the rest of his family. We have no idea what courage is. He used to write me letters. He wanted to be like me. Point is, he was my friend. And he had a name. So now I have to remember him. If everybody I lose has a name. Izzy.
On deck or on scene?
Yeah, you're on deck. I'll take your camera. You want to do a direct, or you going to do a few people, or would you like to address the audience?
I think the audience is better.
Okay, great. So let's go more centered for yours. All following Jenny, and side to side. You can keep getting cool creative shots up, moving around, or whatever you want to do. Let me know when you're ready, and then I'll announce you.
All right.
Next up, we've got Colin performing Glengarry Glen Ross.
Can I have your attention for a moment? So you're talking about what? You're talking about bitching about some sale you shot, some son of a bitch that doesn't want to buy what you're selling, somebody's not interested, some broad you're trying to screw and so forth. No. Let's talk about something important. Are they all here? Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers only. Do you think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I am here on a mission of mercy. Your name's Levine? You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch? You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is, you're fired. The bad news is, you've got just 1 week. You've all got just 1 week to re-earn your jobs, starting tonight. Starting with tonight's sit. Have I got your attention now? Good. Because there's going to be a little change to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Does anyone want to see second prize? It's a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. Do you get the picture? Are you laughing now? You got leads. Mitch and Murray paid good money. Get the names and sell them. You can't close the leads you're given. You can't close shit. You are shit. Hit the bricks, pal, and beat it, because you're heading out. The leads are weak? The fucking leads are weak? You're weak. I've been in this business 15 years. Fuck you. That's my name.
You gonna grab that at some point, or
Yeah, but
you'll be mainly here?
yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll announce you. Okay. Okay, next up we've got Richard performing Fresh Prince.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me, you know? Slim as a summer coming to class wearing next to nothing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, why should I be mad? At least he said goodbye this time. Just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present. You know what? You gotta do nothing, Uncle Phil. Ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up at night asking my mom when's Daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil? Got to my first date without him, right? I learned how to drive. I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! Oh, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey. I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I sure as hell don't need him for that. Because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come you don't want me, man?
Focus. Give me you're ready when you're ready, and we'll announce you. Next up, we've got Braden performing How I Met Your Mother.
Hi, I'm Ted Mosby. In exactly 45 days from now, you and I are going to meet. And we're going to fall in love. And we're going to have 2 kids. And we love them and each other so much. Oh, that's 45 days from now. But I'm here now, I guess, because I want those extra 45 days with you. I want each one of them. And look, if I can't have the extra 45 days, I'll take the 45 seconds before your boyfriend shows up and punches me in the face. Because I love you. I'm always going to love you to the end of my days and beyond. You'll see.
Scene. Whisper was a nice touch there. Let me know when you're ready and I'll announce it.
I'm ready.
Next we got Amber performing My Real Father.
Help me understand this, Days, because I thought you didn't do Bel-Air. Tell me how this safety net's working for you. Tell me you don't take that blade, drag it across your skin, and pray for the courage to press down. Tell me how your daddy helps you cope with that. Illuminate me. He loves you? I bet. With every inch of his manhood. They didn't release you because you're better, Daisy. They just gave up. You call this a life? Taking daddy's money, buying your dollies and your knickknacks, and eating his fucking chicken, fattening up like a prized fucking heifer. You changed the scenery, not the fucking situation. And the warden makes house calls. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that he fucks you. But what they don't know is that you like it. You like it? But hey man, it's cool. It's okay. It's fine. It's fucking fine. A man is a dick. Is a man, is a dick, is a chicken, is a dad, Valium, speculum, whatever. Whatever. You like being Mrs. Randone. It's probably all you've ever known. Scene.
Let me know when you're ready and I will announce it. Next up, we've got Ethan performing My Old Man.
It was art things, so I did it for my old man. Tortured this poor kid because I wanted him to think that I was cool. I got the feeling that he was disappointed in me for kind of loosening when I was always going off about all these wild things he used to do when he was in school. So, taping at my knee, Larry is undressing a couple lockers down. He's kind of skinny, weak. I started thinking about my father's attitude someone's weakness. The next thing I knew, I jumped on top of him and I started wailing on him. And my friends, they just laughed, cheered me on. And afterwards, in Brennan's office, all I could think about was Larry's father. And Larry having to go home and explain what had happened to him. And the humiliation, fucking humiliation that he must have felt. Must have been unreal. How do you apologize for something? There's no way. And it's all because of Bel-Air. Fucking hate him. He's like this mindless machine that I can't even relate to anymore.
Andrew, you've got to be number one. We won't tolerate any losers in this family. Your intensity is for shit. Win! Win! Win!
You know, sometimes I wish my knee would give. I couldn't wrestle anymore. And you could forget all about me. So.
Hey!
That can just be a new thing when someone finishes. We'll just, yay! Hey! Yay! Hey, yo. Take time, settle in. Just give me a ready when you're ready. And then I'll announce you. Next up, we've got David performing Ozark.
I have that feeling like when you just quit a job, tell your boss to get fucked and just drive away. It's a good feeling, man. I've never been a fan of the routine. I've never been a person other people can force into a thing. I mean, I'm peaceful and I'm loyal, but I'm not like the others. I'm not. I'm not like the others, and I will not fall in line with the others. When they're saying this is normal, what you walked into is normal, what you built here is normal, and your reaction to it is wrong. That's not normal. No. No. You serve in the military? I get it. I get it. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I could never do that. Thank you. Did you ever wake up in the middle of the night and play out the worst possible scenario? Like you're driving your car and a kid comes out of nowhere on a bike or one of them scooters and you smack into that kid. The kid dies. The good part of your life is over. I'll wake up. I'll just flash to that. Me, not you. In my warm bed, roof over my head. In my warm bed, roof over my head. Food in the fridge. Fridge in the first place. I'll wake up and I'll just start thinking about the guy by the gun store who lives in a tarp. And the city just keeps fucking with him. And he's just a guy. He's just a guy. He's just a guy. He's just a guy out of his mind. He's probably a Marine because he has that look much like yourself. He has that look much like yourself, and he's just trying to get by, but he can't. Because he can't. Because he can't. Because he can't find the click again. Can't find the key. Can't find a way to put it all together again. But there are days, I imagine, when it's like close. When it's like this close to like Oh. I remember. I remember what my mind was before the thing happened that ruined my mind. I remember who I am now. And I don't gotta sleep on the sidewalk by the gun store in order not to kill myself or kill my wife. But then he loses it. Another day goes by. I'll wake up in my bed, cry about killing the kid on the scooter or the homeless Marine or my father dying. And my father was not a good person, but I imagine him there at the end. I just want to hold him, you know? My day's been going good, man. How's your day been going?
Scene.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Izzy, go ahead when you're ready.
Why is it your school?
Hold on, Daniel, I want to get you a round of applause.
It took me out of
It's
it.
okay. I know. Take a second. I want you to have all this energy. I want you to have for your video. That was great. Great focus. So focus back in. Once you're ready, stay in there. Just say ready.
Ready.
Next up, we've got Daniel performing Prodigal Son.
Why is it your school? Why am I always in the wrong? Why do I have to listen to you when you have zero to say? Because I'm young? All my life I've been young, so I never get a turn. This school's lost. If you ask me, you're lost, but everyone always talks to me like I'm the one. I should change. Why should I change? I've never gotten to figure out who I am, and you want me to change? That's crazy. You say I'm bad before I get to be anything. What the hell is that? Original sin or something? I've read Plato. I've read him on a park bench in the Bronx. And let me tell you something. Plato wasn't afraid. Diogenes wasn't afraid. Socrates wasn't afraid of anything. They were men. Why are you the headmaster and I'm the student? Do you understand? I have to earn your respect, but you don't have to earn mine? What is that? It's you that wants the A before you even start. But when I say I want the same thing, I'm nuts, right? I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna find my place in this world. Count on it. This school has been a miracle for me. But not because of you, because someone, Mr. Hoffman, finally saw me. And more than that. Someone, a grown person, decided I was good before I was good, and you want to throw me out of that? Then you know what I say? I've never met your God, and I don't want to.
Scene. Next up, we have Audra performing Assassins.
confused, a piece of shit. And then I met Charlie. I was sitting on the beach in Venice. I had just had this big fight with my dad about, I don't know, my eye makeup or the bombing of Cambodia. He said that I was a drug addict and I should get out of his house forever. I went down to the beach, sat down on the sand, and cried. I felt like I was disappearing. Like the world was dividing into two parts. Me and everyone else. And then this guy came down the beach, this dirty looking little elf guy. He stopped in front of me, smiled, and said, "Your dad kicked you out." I mean, he knew. How could he know? My dad didn't tell him, so who could have? God. God told this dirty looking little elf man to save this lost little girl on the beach. He smiled at me, touched my hair, and off he went. And for a minute I just stood there and watched him go. But then I ran and caught his hand. And until the day that they arrested him for the murder of Sharon Tate, I never let it go.
Ready? Just give me a cue and I'll announce you. Next up, we've got Izzy performing Mean Girl.
Why were you talking to Janice Eden? She's so pathetic. I mean, I used to be her best friend in middle school. I know, it's so embarrassing, right? I don't even, whatever. In the 8th grade, I got my first boyfriend named Tyler, and he was so gorgeous, but he moved back to Indiana. And Janice was like weirdly jealous of him. Like, if I would blow her off to go and hang out with Kyle, she'd be like, "Why didn't you call me?" And I was like, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" And then I had an all-girls pool party, and I was like, "I can't invite you, Janice, because I think you're a lesbian." I mean, I can't have a lesbian. Girls are gonna be in their bathing suits. So then her mom called my mom and was like yelling at her. It was so retarded. And then in the fall in high school, she came and all of her hair was cut off, and now I think she does like heroin or something.
Ready? And then I'll announce you. Next up, we've got AC performing the monologue, The Joker.
I don't want there to be any hard feelings between us, Harvey. See, when you and Rachel were being abducted, I was sitting in Gordon's cage. Yeah, I didn't rig those charges. Do I look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. I just do things. You see, the mob has plans. Okay, the cops have plans. Gordon's got plans. You know, they're schemers. Schemers just trying to control their little worlds. I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers just how pathetic their attempts to control things really are. So when I say that you and your girlfriend was nothing personal, you know I'm telling the truth. It's the schemers who put you there. You were a schemer. You had plans, and just look at where that got you. All I did was what I do best. I took your little plan, and I turned it on itself. You saw what I did with a couple barrels of gasoline and a few bullets. And you know what I noticed? Nobody panics, as long as things are going according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. Say I go to the press tomorrow and tell them like a gangbanger will be shot or a truckload of soldiers will be blown up. Nobody panics because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mayor is going to die, everybody loses their minds. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I am an agent of chaos. And you know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
I was like, what is she doing? Oh yeah, she's on deck. Double deck. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll announce you. Next up, we've got Renee. What's your monologue name?
Rachel getting married.
Okay.
It's from Rachel getting married.
Rachel getting married?
Yeah.
Okay, take an extra second there. Okay, next we have Renee performing Rachel Getting Married.
When I was 16, I was babysitting my little brother. And I'd taken all these Percocet, and I was unbelievably high. And we had driven over to the park on Lakeshore. And he was in his Red Sox, just jumping around these piles of leaves and stuff. And he was burying me, and I was burying him in these leaves, and he was pretending to be a train, and he was just charging through these piles of leaves, just making tracks, and I was the caboose, and so he kept saying, "Go, caboose! Go, caboose!" and we were it was time to go, and I was driving home. I lost control of the car.
know if I want to right now. I can live with it. I can't forgive myself. Sometimes I don't know if I want to believe in a God that could forgive me. But I do want to be sober.
See. Eder and Isaiah, you guys can go ahead and go backstage for the scene portion. Jenny's gonna come out and get connected. She'll be the last monologue for tonight before we move into scenes. Okay. Give me a cue when you're ready. Next up, we have Jenny performing the monologue Passion.
When I was 6 years old, my parents bought me and my twin sister a bike because we like to share everything. So we would take turns riding it to school. And Clarissa was just so much better on the bike than I was. She can pedal standing up, ride no hands. And one day, it was my turn. And I was just so determined to prove I could be just as good as she. So I pedaled faster and faster. She had to run like hell to keep up with me. And I let go of the handlebars. And I felt like I was flying. And it felt so good. And I just wanted to see myself. So I looked in the mirror at my reflection. And I don't know what happened. Because I swerved into the street and this truck was coming right at me and my sister pushed me from behind and all I can remember is this horrible thump. And when I woke up in the hospital, my mother was sobbing. And I asked her, what happened to Clarissa? And she said, she didn't. She wouldn't even look at me. And no one ever said anything at all. But I knew what they were thinking. That I killed her. And no one ever told me they loved me ever again.
we're going to move into our scene section now. So each scene, I might take a moment to get the camera set to make sure it's really great. And then you got, as everybody knows, we'll be able to watch these back and use these to track our footage for later. So come on out, guys. Our first scene ready? These guys have been great so far, huh? Let's give them a round of applause. Oh, shit. I know. Oh, shit. What's that? Yeah. This will be the two in the chairs. Which way? Let's get you both in the chairs first so I can get a frame on it real quick. And then we'll reset for a quick actual entrance and all that. He's already going to be in. He'll be here. He'll be there. That's where he's going to end up. So he's entering. He'll end up here. And then you stay here and you leave at the end, right? Okay. So he will literally enter from back there, Isaiah, and then he'll leave at the very end. So you can follow or do whatever you want. Okay? And then they'll both be there. So you can just capture about where he will be there, okay? Cool. Would you like to see? Okay. Give me a cue when you're ready, and then I'll announce your scene. Next up, we've got Eder and Isaiah performing a scene from A Walk to Remember.
Finding the real world to your liking, Mr. Carter?
I want to come back.
Back? Were you ever really here?
I want to graduate.
You could grace our hollow halls again if while you're here, you make a sincere effort to be part of our little school community.
I'd do that.
How would you do that, Mr. Carter? Shall I give you a few ideas?
Please.
Besides attending all your regular classes, I'd like you to help our janitorial staff after school.
For pay.
For the inner satisfaction it will bring. Saturday mornings, I'd like you to tutor disadvantaged students at our little sister school.
I'm as unprivileged as they are.
The fact that you attend this school makes you privileged. Finally, I'd like you to join the drama club. Rehearsals are Tuesday and Thursday evenings.
I work backstage or something.
Or something. They are doing a play for the holidays.
When do I get time for me?
You don't? That's the point. Landon. None of us faculty see you the way you see yourself. Some of us remember how your father...
Then you remember more than I do.
Scene.
run out?
What?
The run out?
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Are you guys using this
Love it.
just that?
That door, yes, we are. So we're gonna have to change some of everything.
We need another beanie bag.
Another bean bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll put
He's
this.
getting, he's getting another beanie bag.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
And then we should have just like whole house, right?
Okay. Yeah, here.
Listen.
Just one, Daniel? Yeah.
Huh? Oh yeah, just one beanbag, yeah.
No, two.
Oh, I mean 2 beanbags, yeah. Thank you. All right, there's no turning back now. Let's do this.
Do you enter or are you already in? I'm already in. I got in.
We're entering, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You're entering?
Yes.
Where are you going to end up so that they know real quick?
Well, I was just gonna go where the scene takes me.
Ish.
Okay, like right around walking out.
Okay.
So right here.
Somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So somewhere in here, do you stay here most of the time and then leave?
Yeah.
Okay. So most of the time they'll be planted here. So you can just kind of follow that and then he'll end up leaving. So we know what to follow. Cool. Okay. You when you're ready and then I'll announce. Next up, we've got Daniel and Izzy performing the scene from La La Land. Let's give them a round of applause.
Why did you come here?
Because I have good news.
Okay.
Amy Brandt, the casting director,
I know who she is.
she was at your play, and she loved it. And she loved it so much that she wants you to come audition for this huge movie that she's got.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
No, that would kill me.
So that's it.
Yeah.
You're happy here.
I'm happier.
Why won't you come?
I told you.
I don't buy it.
Because it's another audition. I've been to hundreds of auditions. Do you want to know what happens? Either they interrupt me because somebody's ordering a sandwich, or they cut me off every 2 seconds, or I'm crying and they start laughing, or I'm one of 100 lookalikes in a waiting room who never has a chance because
Because what?
I'm probably not good enough.
Yes, you are.
No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm one of those people who always want to do it but never had a chance. It's a pipe dream. Maybe it's like you said. Maybe I need to grow up. I can go back to school. I can find something I'm supposed to do. I left school to figure it out, and it didn't work out, and it took 6 years. I don't want to do it anymore.
Why?
Why what?
Why don't you want to do it anymore?
Because maybe it hurts a little too much.
I told them that you'd be there at 10:30 tomorrow. I'll swing back here before I drive back at 8. You're either outside or you're not.
Alright guys, what is your layout?
We're just walking. We're gonna stop. We're walking up 3 steps and stop. So we don't need any.
No.
So those need to be taken back?
What's that?
I
I think they're out of the way. So what do you guys want?
Do you still want us walking towards the camera like we did last
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great. So you can start a little further back, ended up just towards that one kind of being your main one. Okay? But you don't want to go past the carpet. So like a little before it. So maybe end up like right around like here. Something like that. Whatever feels natural. Okay. Get Braden. Next on deck is going to be Richard and Charlie with 50-50. If you guys want to go back and get ready. Thank you. And then after that, just for a double down, will be Pizza Man with Renee and Jen.
It's connected. It's
Just let it charge, yeah. There. And then we just won't use that angle. Is it charging?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there is a simple one. We can go here and the same after this. So yeah, both are easy. Okay. Next up, we've got Amber and Ethan performing A Walk to Remember. Let's give them a round of applause.
You're worried about college applications, aren't you?
I'm not applying to college.
What? You said that you were going to.
No. You assumed.
What are you going to do? Take a year off? Join the Peace Corps?
No.
What are you going to do?
Stop.
Jamie.
I'm sick.
Then I'll take you home. You'll feel better in the morning.
Landon. I'm sick. With leukemia. I found out last winter. I'm not responding to treatment anymore.
Why didn't you tell me?
The doctors just want to do everything the same as long as possible. I didn't want anyone being weird around me.
Including me.
Especially you. God gives me an illness. Then you. A cruel joke.
I'm not gonna let you die. I'm not gonna let you die. So.
Okay, on deck we got Renee and Jenny. Richard and Charlie are going to get set. Charlie. So this, because the other one is down right now, this is our game. Exactly. What are we gonna end up with? Come with me real quick. So maybe somewhere in the center, something like that. And just start walking maybe towards that camera and stop like right around. Got it. Okay. Just a little further, like right around here. You guys can start walking in together and then stop here. You want to be out already, or you want to walk in?
We can walk in, but
Yeah.
we're supposed to face towards each other.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys walk and then end up stopping, freeze here, and then like facing each other's fine. Okay? But just kind of do it in a way where we're cheating towards that camera.
Okay.
Because that's going to be the one covering most of you, okay?
Okay.
Alright, you guys can step out. I'll give you a cue. You want to? Do you already want to be in? Or walk in? Let's just be in. Yeah, come on out. Stand here and connect with each other, okay? So that way I can frame you. Or bring you around a little, Charlie. Right here. Perfect. You stay there. Can you see both of them well?
Yes.
Okay, great. Alright. Take your time to connect. Just look at each other. Eye contact. This next scene, again, Pizza Man's next, Renee and Jenny. This scene is Richard and Charlie performing 50-50.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
Don't drop us.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
You're gonna be fine.
Okay, what kind of cancer is it?
Shawarma.
Shawarma? What the fuck is shawarma?
It means tumor, basically.
You have a picture of it? Can I see it?
Why would I have a picture of it?
I don't know. You know, just go back. Just take a picture of shit.
It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't. It's just a lump. It's not a picture of anything.
What are your odds?
I don't know, I mean, I looked it up, it said 50-50, but that's like dinner and so.
Okay. It's gonna be completely all right, man. You're young. Young people be kids all the time.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, next on deck will be, oh, hi. That was so fast. That like jolted me. Okay, next on deck is Braden and Richard. Richard, for Fresh Prince.
Oh, what's your guys' set?
Okay, great. Yeah. You guys
Oh,
are on
next
deck.
on deck is Braden and Richard. Okay.
Yeah. On deck. What I say? Check on the monopod, girls. Give me a second. What's the status?
Just one. Can I borrow someone's phone? Thank you.
Oh.
Just the one. I think so. Right there. Oh, let me turn it back. Thirsty.
Just 1 second. If it shows up. Yeah, good. Got 1 battery left. Perfect. I'll be safe. Okay. Next performing, we have the Pizza Man with Renee and Jenny. Let's get a round of applause.
Mother, I can't deal with this right now. I have to go. Sarah Bernhardt just came home. Please, don't be dramatic.
I don't want to live.
Should I sit down for this?
A woman puts her heart and soul into a relationship. And what does it get her?
I hate to ask.
A pocket full of heartaches.
A pocket full of heartaches.
I did everything for that man. I gave my life to him for 13 months. Oh, I went to stupid hockey games and cheap sorted motels. I lost weight for him. How does he repay me?
I will.
He went back to his wife.
Oh, brother.
Is there anything to eat?
Wait, hold it. Did you have dinner already?
Twice.
I'm not gonna let you do this to yourself. You lost 25 pounds in 4 months. I'm not gonna watch you gain it back in one night.
But I'm depressed.
You always eat when you're depressed. Then you get depressed because you ate, and then you eat again. Soon you'll be back in queen-size pantyhose.
At least I'm not an alcoholic.
Don't attack me because you're upset.
That's not apple juice, is it?
It's a before-dinner drink.
And you smell like you've had at least 4 dinners.
We were supposed to eat an hour ago. I'm not gonna eat alone.
Well, why not? You drink alone.
You know, it was very pleasant before you came home.
Fine. Maybe I'll leave.
Fine, leave.
Fine. I will.
Fine, go.
Okay. Fine!
Next scene on deck is David and Becca. We got 2 scenes left in the night after this. Appreciate your patience, everybody. Yeah, you'll be safe. are in the middle area, yeah?
Yeah.
Not much movement in this one, guys. Okay, give me a cue when you're ready, and then I'll call off. Start by connecting to each other. Feed off each other. Okay, next up, we've got Braden and Richard performing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Sit down.
I don't have time for no lecture.
I said sit down, Lou. You know, Will was doing just fine until you showed up. Now that you're here, you have responsibilities to him.
Look, man, we still gonna take the trip.
Oh, bull. Bull! Will's not just some coat that you hang in the closet and pick it up when you're ready to wear it. His life goes on. He's not supposed to be here for you. You're supposed to be here for him.
Hey, you got my back, all right? You think I want this? It just happened. Now, when Will was a baby,
cut the crap, all right? Cut it. Because I've been there. But I didn't run out of my family. I was there every day for them.
Fine,
because that's
Phillip.
what a man does.
Fine, Phillip. You win. You the man. You a better man than me. You happy? Now you gonna tell Will or what?
I'm not gonna do your dirty work for you.
Fine. I call him from the road.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Fine. I will.
Final scene on deck is AC and Audra. We got this scene and one more, and then we're wrapped. Control it. Yeah. You can get around. Yep. This one. Because you're basically using the whole stage, and that's. Are you going to be walking around? Are you going to be walking around? No, I'll probably stay. Okay, cool. Because it's going to be wild.
It's gonna be wild.
This is you want to follow, stay low. This goes crazy. This scene's gonna go wild.
Here.
Probably should have saved this for last. Now that I think about it. Okay. What's that? Yeah, gotta clean up.
We got it. It's fine.
Got it?
We got it.
Okay. Give me about 15 seconds and then I'll announce you, okay? That way you can get into it. Our next scene is Blue Valentine, performed by David and Becca. Let's give them a round of applause.
I'm closing the door.
Do not close the door.
I'm closing the door. Don't talk like that.
You know what? This is why I don't talk to you. Because you go from here to here in no time at all.
No, this is why you talk to me. Because I'm here. That is the only reason you're talking to me.
You asshole.
I'm the asshole?
I am so out of love with you. I've got nothing left for you. Nothing. 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 There is nothing here for you. I don't love you.
Don't say stuff you can't take back.
You asked for it. You asked me, I talked to you.
I couldn't drive you crazy unless you loved me.
You know what? I gave you the answer, and you don't like it.
Are you gonna hit me?
That's why I can't talk to you.
Are you gonna hit me?
No, I'm not gonna hit you. You're the bad guy, not me.
I'm the bad guy?
Yeah, asshole.
Okay.
You know what? I'm more man than you are. You're such a sad, weak little person.
Don't say that stuff about being a man.
I am. I can handle it.
What is it with that? And being a man? What is that? What does it even mean?
You're scaring me.
Don't you dare, Cindy. You're being so irrational.
No, don't try to bully me like that.
Okay. You want me to be a man? Here! Is this what men do? Does that make me a big man to you, Cindy? What do you want? Anyone who has markers, I will take them back. Thank you. Anyone else have markers? Markers and pencils.
Okay. So, as far as like camera face out, like energy, towards Jenny's camera there, that's your safe one. So don't think of this as your audience, think of that as your audience. So you guys can come in, set up the chair however you like. Don't worry, I will figure this out. Okay?
So maybe
Jenny, they're gonna end up in
here,
that chair.
you squat down here on that arm there.
Okay, you hear that? They're gonna come in hot. Just like that. And then he's gonna end up in that chair. Alright. You know, stem thing. Okay. We'll give you about 15 seconds and then I'll announce it. Sound cool?
Yeah.
Alright. Our final scene of the night is going to be Shameless, performed by AC and Audra. Let's give them a round of applause.
God,
What the fuck was that?
it's not yours, Fiona.
What the fuck is wrong with
It's
you?
your mother. She was worried about you, about all of you. She wanted to leave you something.
Meth?
That's all she had.
Jeez.
You don't know anything about your mother.
She was never here.
She was a beautiful, crazy, fragile, wonderful woman.
She deserted us.
She loved us.
That was love?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, then why'd she leave?
I don't know what you're talking
If she loved us so much, why did she leave?
She tried
wasn't
to be
here.
here. She always
She
tried.
was never fucking here because she left! I was 9! 9 and taking care of you. Taking care of all of us. I was in 4th grade dragging your ass passed out in from the yard so you wouldn't freeze to death. Staying up all night with Ian when he had the chicken pox, picking lice out of Carl's hair. And I was here when Debbie got her first period. Not Monica, me. Not you. Never you. You were always too fucking loaded. She was a junkie and a drunk. And you know what? She didn't love me. And she didn't love you. She didn't give a shit about anybody but herself.
Please.
And you know what? I'm glad she's dead. At least now she can't fuck us over anymore.
Scene. All right.
I know.
Oh man, that door is it's got a history. Okay. Thank you all for being here tonight. I just want to give a couple quick announcements and then I'll send you on your way. Appreciate everybody. before we end, I'd love for everybody to come back after my announcements. Just come up really quick and do a group photo of everybody. And then I'll send everybody on their way. So coming up, next week we have no class, and we'll be back the week after that for class. And we are moving into our commercial section. So as far as like prep work goes, you can just start wrapping your mind around that and thinking through it, but you don't have anything specifically to memorize because we're going to start with cold reading. So first day when everybody gets in here in 2 weeks, I'm going to hand you all a brand new commercial that you've never seen before, and you're going to have a very little time to prepare it and then perform it in class. So you got a week off where you don't have to do as much prep work, so keep looking at these. Your work can be going back and watching your videos and learning from them. That being said, since we have a week off, I have an open schedule. So please, I'm going to put in the email my schedule, and I want you to put, if you'd like to, a time slot for you to come in and just talk with me. For us to just go through your video, talk about it. Ideally, you've watched it beforehand and kind of taken some notes on it, but then we can talk about it, talk about the growth, talk about the process of how we got here today and where we're heading next. So that goal meeting is open to anybody who'd like to take it this week. So I will send you my schedule. All you need to do is plug in a time, and then if you can't find one, then reach out and we'll see if we can get a time slot that works for you. Okay? But that's what we're going to do in the next week, and then we'll be back for class. Okay? Let's give a round of applause for our audience members again. That is a wrap. Let's get all of our actors up really quick for a final photo.